Hey everyone, it's Sirturmund here again, and today we're gonna go back to our trusty Zoro. So we're gonna have 3 videos over the next 3 days with Zoro gameplay. This is the same deck list that I've been using for the past 2 months. It's the deck list that got me a 19th place finish in one of the online regionals back in March. So hope you enjoy the game coming up soon. Today is gonna be against Whitebeard, a very common matchup. And let's see how we end up doing in this matchup. Enjoy the game, and if you do, make sure to like the video below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. Enjoy. In this matchup, we're going up against Whitebeard. I will choose to go first. I just want to put a lot of pressure on them. I will keep this hand. Maybe going second. Maybe us going second was correct because he gets them out of their usual curve. I'm still deciding whether which one is the correct play. They don't really have anything that's 3k or less, so I kind of just like going for the Sunny here and just pushing damage with the Zoro next turn. Because we can go super aggressive here, and I think I like that. Because I want to just push damage. I want to start taking their life, and I like going super aggressive. We can actually go Brook. We could go Brook, put it on the Zoro. Nah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. We probably just do it next turn anyways. We can just go play Sunny, or we can play the Curly Dadan, just put the 1 on the Zoro, play the Curly Dadan for now. But then that means that we don't have another unit. Ideally, opponent doesn't have a turn to play. Oh, it's Boat Bear. Oh man, okay. So this changes things, right? So it's gonna be Boat Bear. I think I'm gonna go for Sits here. See if they take this. They do. And I'm gonna develop the double Sunny. And again, I wanna get them down to 0 life before their 9 cost Whitebeard comes down. So it actually probably was better that I went first against Whitebeard, in my opinion. We're gonna have 5 down next turn. We can go 1 to Zoro, that takes into 6. That gives us with 5. With 4 left, which means that we can give it both to the Sunnies and just attack. Sure, right? We'll take this. We can actually go ahead and put the Brook down. So we can go 1 on the Zoro. Attack their Whitebeard for 6. Start taking their counters down. Just attack for 6 every time. So let's just attack for 6 every time. 3, 6, 8. Kind of start whittling down their hand. These are both at 4. So these are both at 4. I like putting the Brook down. Let's go for 6 again. Oh wow. So the opponent is just gonna get their Moby Dick enabled. Alright. So let's just go ahead and do it here. I like putting the Brook down so that we have another unit to attack with. Opponent has 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in their hand. Yeah, I'm not sure the point of countering that one is for 2k when you're going to take the life automatically next turn. You don't have enough for the Whitebeard, so it's not like you can save this. Now, this means that these 2 cards are enabled now, so they can't clear my board. So we're going to have to start putting a lot of pressure, right? So we're going to have... They're going to go face? Wow. I guess they're confident they can finish the game next turn in their next attack, right? Okay, with the blocker, I guess that makes sense, right? With the blocker, I guess that makes sense. You keep enough for like a radical beam, right? You keep enough for like a radical beam. Next thing you have 1, 2, 3 attackers. We still don't have enough. This doesn't work. Oh, right? Because the marker right now is going to be at 7. So it doesn't work. The markers right now is at 7. But it does let us do it this turn and at least force them to have to have their blocker be face down. Do we want to do that? Do we want to do that, or do we just want to go Zoro, Magra? Opponent's at 6. So how can we get the most attacks possible? The problem is that I don't know that I survive next turn because we have no counter value in our hand. So I don't think I survive next turn, so I have to just go for it. So if we go 1 to Zoro, that's going to be 6. Yeah, I guess I have to just go for it. I mean, if the opponent has the way to survive all these attacks, which they do because they have a Radical Beam, then they get there. They definitely have enough, right? There's the Vista. Let's go ahead and... Oop. This gets it to 5, gets it to 6. 6 again. There's another 1K. I don't want to play... So we have 3K next turn. Opponent has everything's gonna be just buffed by the bow bear. I think that one turn that I took damage, I should have probably blocked, and I would have been 1 life off right now and wouldn't be dying. So we could go the Zoro, or I guess we go 2, 2. So we're 1 done off anyways. We can pretend that we have our own Radical Beam. We could get a 2K counter here, and that's probably better. So 6 again. Opponent's just gonna go face next turn, right? They still have the blocker and they still have 3, 6, 8 cards. So no matter what, we're always gonna be off. No matter what, we're always gonna be off. That's another. Woo! 6. You have another one. You're gonna block. I mean, it's the same thing, right? Whether you play a hand out or whatever, it's gonna be the same thing. Yeah, you get it back. And then next time they just attack with everything, and I don't have enough to block. Unless we get some 2K counters out of the top of the deck. Keeping the 1 done is presenting a Radical Beam that the opponent has to quote-unquote play around. But we don't play Radical Beam on our deck. But the opponent might be concerned because we kept exactly 1 done up, right? We kept exactly 1 done up. So maybe opponent is actually tempted not to. Playing this Vista out tells me that maybe they are scared. So this is 8, this is 8, this is 7. Even if they, like right now we have nothing, right? That's not a 2K counter. They could also, they have the Rush Yosu, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it doesn't even matter then. We have no way to stop this. Let's make him think that we have an answer. Because, again, if we are telegraphing Radical Beam, opponent might actually be tempted not to attack here for lethal, but I think they have to because they know that they just lose the game next turn. Just attack with this. We just attack with it. Right? There's no way you survive next turn. They actually didn't. I guess they could. I guess they could survive next turn, but that's not true. That's not true, right? Opponent has no Dawn. We can go 4 here. So that's going to be 4. We put 1 on the Zoro. That's going to be 5. We have another Zoro in our hand. That's going to be 8. Oh, how do we get the most attack here? Do we care about this Marco? Because spending 4 to get to this Marco doesn't really seem efficient for us. Opponent has no Dawn. So they can't have a Radical Beam. We can go 1 here. Zoro. That leaves me with 2. The problem is that because it's a 6, I have to spend Dawn to have these cards actually be useful. Right? So I have to actually spend Dawn to have these cards be useful. Do we ever survive if we play the Edward Newgate? No, right? The opponent has 1, 2 too many attackers. So I have to go for it. I hope that the opponent doesn't have enough. If we could go 4. So if we go 4 on the Marco and then just put 9 here, the opponent could still just easily have... 9 is not enough. Opponent just needs to have 2 2K counters. So the opponent could just have 2 2K counters and they get there. I want to be able to attack for 8s if I do this, right? So if I do this, I'm going to attack for 8s. So this is 4. It would take 3 to get here to 8. And then that's not enough to get anywhere else. Wow. I guess it just has to be sixes, right? So this is gonna be 6, 6, 6, 6, 7. I guess if we're gonna go sixes, we just go here, right? But the opponent can easily just have 1k counters for the sixes. No matter what, they block an attack. No matter what, they're blocking an attack here. So they have 4 cards. For us to win, we have to hope that 2 of those are not counters. So for us to win, we have to hope that 2 of those are not counters. We have 3 attacks here. There's the 1 counter, and that's a 2k. So the opponent spent a 2k. This is so crazy that he didn't go for lethal last time. I wish I had another Magra or a Makino. That's another 2k, and yeah, if they have it, they have it, right? If they have it, they have it. Ah, wait, we got there. We got there. Oh my goodness. Why did he not go for lethal last turn? That one done really threw them off. Remember, I don't play Radical Beam. The opponent didn't want to attack because they thought if they attack, they're resting their blocker, right? So they will be resting their blocker. So that will be resting their blocker. And then we can just push and they wouldn't have the blocker, right? They didn't think that we had the jet pistol to get rid of the Marco. Oh my goodness. We had to just go for it, right? 3 attacks. Because opponent obviously has 4k in counter value. So if we did the jet pistol and just put everything on the Zoro, it wouldn't have been enough. Because he only would have gone to 9 and opponent could have gone up to 10. So the only way that we actually won was by spreading it out by 3 attacks and hoping that the opponent didn't have a 1k counter. And that they only had 2 counters. What is the rest of your hand then? I guess they could have Blame Hand. They could have the Radical Beams, right? They probably have Radical Beams or Guard Point is what I'm guessing. Maybe another Blame Hand, but I think if they had it, they would have just played this last turn as a blocker. So it has to be like the Radical Beams. It could be the Ace. I can't believe we actually pulled that through. That was a good game. Well played by the opponent. I think the one thing I'm considering is if it was correct for us to have gone second instead of first so that the opponents have this 4-drop. But if we go second, then the opponent has the Vista on turn 3. And I think the Vista on turn 3 is just as annoying as having to deal with these big guys on turn 4. By us going first, we were able to put all this aggression on them, right? And that kind of helped us get there. There was one misplay I think that the opponent made where they had 1 life left and I attacked and they decided to counter out of it when they could have just, when they were going to take the life next turn anyways. If they didn't do that, they would have had enough cards in their hand right now to actually get there and protect. So, GG's, very well played, very fun game. Again, as always, if you liked today's video, make sure to like it below and subscribe to us. We post One Piece videos every single day. And we're going to have another Zoro game coming in tomorrow. So, enjoy.